This is a new law alert. Hi, this is Claire from the Yanowitz Law Firm, and I'm here to talk to you today about a new law that's going in place August 1st, which affects transfer on death deeds. Here's what you need to know. So, with transfer on death deeds, these are a type of deed that at your death, it puts a beneficiary on your real estate. So instead of going through probate, the goal is to pass the property to that living beneficiary at death without probate. Now, it's really important that when you get these in place, that the beneficiary that you're listing is an adult person, they're not disabled, and that they survive you. Those are all really important so that it doesn't create extra complications when someone passes away. So this new law that got enacted, it affects property and casualty insurance. So with transfer on death deeds, the previous law was when you die, the policy, the property and casualty insurance could just end and not cover the grantee or the beneficiary on the transfer on death deed. This new law is trying to mitigate that property doesn't transfer right away when someone passes away. You have to file what's called an affidavit of survivorship with the court in order to transfer the property from the previous owner to the new owner after death. So that has to be filed, and if that's usually not filed right after someone dies, and so there's this gap period where it's owned by a deceased person. Under the new statute, it says the insurance company has to provide 30 days of coverage during this gap period, as long as the policy doesn't expire during that gap period. So there's 30 days of coverage, but during your lifetime, what you need to do is you need to put the insurance company on notice that you have this transfer on death deed in place. You have to let them know who the beneficiaries of the transfer on death deed are, and you have to let them know what the address is. Now, oftentimes people will list a trust as the beneficiary on these transfer on death deeds. If that is the case, we also recommend asking the insurance company to list the trust as an additional insured on the policy so that perhaps the coverage could extend beyond 30 days. Another thing that is important to notice about this is if you do have a loved one pass away that has a transfer on death deed, you should call our office shortly after the death so we can help transfer the property to the beneficiary on the transfer on death deed, because 30 days notice after death, it isn't too long. So we have kind of a short period in which to make that transfer. If you have any questions about this new law, we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call. Our number is 507-252-8997. Thank you.